Oh, yeah?
Hello, Peter.
How are you?
Good. It's nice to meet you.
Yeah. You're the man then. You're the inventor man. That,
The inventor.
Oh, yeah?
I am.
So I think the general users of the research chemicals
Yes.
love it. They come back week in, week out. It cuts out the cheap, very poor standard illegal drugs that are out there that they would normally take on a weekend.
For me, it's a labor of love. When I'm testing my new materials, my wife says, I don't want the kids to see you like that. I was once sitting with my pants down in the toilet in a euphoric state for about 4 hours on 5-MAPB. And my wife was worried that I was dead. She opened the door, she saw my pants down, she saw dribble coming out the side of my mouth. And she was appalled and worried and angry and said, how could you do this to yourself? And I told her, how could I do this to myself? I was in bliss. Yeah. I was in heaven. I'm going to do it again.
I mean, we tend to only sell our own products. You've got Sparkle, Vortex.
And how much does a sachet cost?
A 1 gram is £20. Wholesale.
And how does that compare to a gram of cocaine?
Cheap, nasty cocaine on a Friday night would probably cost you £40 a gram. Pretty much.
And then there are going to be people that are loyal to the same packaging. You know, like I prefer either going and having Italian espresso or going to Starbucks.
Absolutely. So how does it work then? Because obviously I've got no understanding of how you come from, you know.
It starts by drawing out a known chemical that you know has some kind of effect. The ortho position, the meta position, and the para position.
Are these elements, chemicals, or?
These are chemicals. Each one of these is a chemical.
Right, okay.
And I test it on myself because I wouldn't let anybody.
But does that not worry you though, when you sort of like think you've invented this thing, you haven't tested it or done, no one's ever consumed it or whatever, and you're like, there's a gram of that. I'll see how it goes. Is that not like?
It doesn't.
No.
It doesn't.
Because you know enough about it.
I know
to be
enough
quite
about
confident that it's not gonna.
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, the only time really that I've come across this causing harm that I know of is when people try to put it in their veins. That's when it causes them harm.
Hey, Phil. Hey, how are you?
Cool, mate. Yeah, I'm Christy, mate. Sit down then. Sit on the alligator.
All right. So, do you live outside?
Yeah, I live outside. I live on a roundabout.
You live on the roundabout?
At the moment, I'm on a roundabout in a tent, yeah?
What products do you buy at Peter's store?
Magic crystals.
Which one?
Magic crystals.
Magic crystals?
Yeah.
Right. So those contain 3-FPM, which is a substance that I invented. How much do you spend on it?
Up to about 60 a day.
60 quid a day?
That's like 3 grams a day.
Uh-huh. Do you inject the chemicals that I invent?
Yeah.
So that's your method of choice?
Yeah, because I want that instant rush. I want that massive, like, rush in my eyes flickering and smash that on it. Yeah, I like that feeling, mate. I love it.
What do people... hey, I feel for you. You know, I love it too. I do. What do people think about injecting?
I don't care, well, you suck to them, innit?
But what do they think?
Well, they think it's dirty and whatever, you know, shit happens, innit?
Are you going to tell Phil to stop injecting?
I do not feel that I should be telling Phil how to live his life.
Do you feel responsible for his drug?
Phil is a grown man. Of course I'm not responsible. He's doing what he wants to do. He wants to do this. This is his way of life. I respect that.
But isn't he an addict?
He's a person.
Yeah. I would do this with something else. If there wasn't this, I would do this with Vanfat or crack. That's what I do every day. I have to take something. I don't do reality. You know, I like my own version of reality. It's quite cool. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's cool, mate. Thank you.
Do you think Peter should be selling to Phil?
I think Peter should be selling to Phil.
The drugs are Phil's problem.
That is what you hear everybody saying. But when we ask Phil, he says that this is his choice. If they're illegal, he'll do it illegally. There are many people that choose taking drugs as a way of life. It's better if they buy from people like Peter than from organized crime.
So that didn't change your mind at all?
No, that has strengthened me very much. I am actually very proud of having had the opportunity to keep a little bit of this industry out of the hands of organized crime and into the hands of people who care.